Hello. Today I want to talk about the Kofun era. This is a part 2. The Kofun era period, the 4th century to 5th century. At previous time, I talked about the Korean countries. The in those days, the Korean countries were divided 4 countries: Goryeo, Baje, Sira, and Kaya. And War was the Japanese old name. Firstly, the War and the 4 countries have cooperated with the business field. However, uh, uh, Japan thought that they want to conquer over the Korean 4 countries. So sometimes they uh, were battled, and sometimes uh, they had to get along together in business field uh, and culture in their culture. So in a long time history, Japan and the Korea have happened many times. This war, the conflict. Um, However, so in the field of the culture and business, the relatively the Japan and the Korean countries uh, have been cooperated with in this field. So, San Dynasty. The San was the China's old name. The San Dynasty very have a huge impact on the world. Uh, so, because the San Dynasty uh, have had already built their countries rule, their kings uh, governed their countries. So they explain the uh, many kind of the world war in those days. So in uh, in their experience, so the world had not these the battle experience, and they were not still governed by one king or one emperor. So the war received the tribute from the San Dynasty because they were aiming for advance into the Korea. This is the most important incident in the Japan's history. Though another important incident is the the Korea and China people came to uh, Japan. We call these people as Toraijin. Toraijin, the kanji words Toraijin. Uh, so the Korea and China introduced their continental culture. So these culture affect a huge influence on Japanese uh, own culture. The I um, I showed this legendary Traijin Wani Achi no Omi, Yuzuki no Kimi. For example, the Wani, Mr. Wani or Mrs. Wani have firstly introduced the words, the letter, the book into Japan. So Achinomi, Yuzuki no Kimi have the firstly introduced weaver techniques. Weaver techniques. So because the cotton industry uh, have had produced for example, the Korea and the China. So the war uh, import the cotton from the Korea and China. And I show the picture. This is old sword, sword, sword. So this sword was very old and acid and loaded in the for a long time history. However, this sword surface inscribed the important things, the word, the king's name, the Wakatakeru. Wakatakeru, this is a king's name, king. Wakatakeru Okimi. Okimi means a king. This Wakatakeru, the Wakatakeru king were existed in those days, and he is one of the king governed on governed the war countries. So this this discovery shows that two things. The one thing is that the words certainly introduced in those days from the Korea and China by Trajan. And another thing is that the Wakatakeru king certainly existed, and he's one of the leader of the Wa country. And finally, I introduced the another things from Trajan introduced the religion, the Confucianism teaching, from Korea, and Buddhism teaching from China. Especially for Buddhism teaching, have enlarged into the Japanese culture. So at first, this teaching were denied among the Japanese kings, the Japanese people, because this was identified teaching. So we couldn't receive this teaching. However, one of the kings, the people or kings have attractively received this new teaching method, and introduced the other people in Japan. So especially Buddhism teaching has became the one of the Japanese tradition religion after that. Okay, today's I talked about the Kofun era. Thank you for watching.